Steve Hassan.
Yeah.
Who just in the way of background, you at one point were in the hierarchy of the Unification Church, the Sun Young Moonies.
Mm-hmm.
Since dropped out of there and went through what you refer to as a deprogramming period. And now...
Well, that's how I got out of the group. I was a true believer, and would probably still be there today if my family hadn't rescued me.
And now have a reputation, as Mr. Masters has indicated, as being a cult buster. Is that correct? Is that inappropriate? I'm going to check it.
Yes, I've been involved for about 13 years, counseling people involved with hundreds of different destructive cults. I've authored a book known as Combating Cult Mind Control, which has received critical acclaim around the world.
What constitutes your determining that Roy Masters is a cult leader and the foundation of human understanding is a cult? I mean, what led you to that conclusion?
Myself and my colleagues basically have been researching destructive cults for a long time, and it's essentially behavioral criteria.
Stop. Well, give him the opportunity. Hold on. He gave you 10 minutes.
No, he gave me the opportunity to speak. Let's just allow him the background. Allow him the background.
He asked me what the criteria of a destructive cult is. It's basically a behavioral criteria. In other words, it doesn't really matter the truth or falsity of the beliefs, but it's what a group actually does. So we look at an authoritarian pyramid-like structure with someone at the top claiming to have powers and abilities and authority over everyone underneath. We have deceptive...
That could be the Pope.
It could be, and certainly throughout history and times, I would say that the Catholic Church has qualified in that capacity as a destructive organization, clearly. And I would like to just finish the criteria and talk about deceptive recruiting techniques and also mind control techniques, specifically phobia indoctrination, wherein people are made to believe in their programming that if they ever leave the group or sever their affiliation with the practices of the group, horrible things will happen to them. They will be insane, they will be possessed by demons, they will have diseases, that their loved ones will die. This type of phobia programming is a universal.
But Roy Masters says that there's nobody you can't join the Foundation of Human Understanding.
There are at least a dozen other cult organizations that say we don't have members, like the Way International, but they have their membership lists, and they subscribe to the newsletter,
you have to fit me.
Give their money over.
Excuse me.
And I have heard you, Roy, say that you were sinless, that you could solve all the world's problems in a week if you got on TV, which we'll have an opportunity to demonstrate.
Well, you have to. No, listen. You have to put me. You have to show this audience. See, it's one thing to say all this thing about other quotes and hang it on me. It's one thing to show me right now that it applies to me. Because I fit none of those categories. Absolutely none.
I'll tell you what, you have a problem. And I'd say that you do fulfill all of the criteria.
Yes,
what are your credentials for being a spiritual leader? That you were a hypnotist and a diamond cutter? I have a graduate degree in psychology. I was involved with a...
But the point...
Is he Jesus to you?
Oh, just a moment.
Well, I would say that love and truth, not money, not power, not egotism, not like him.
I may not need to point this out at this point, but I have to say that Roy Masters has referred to him, Steve Hassan, as his arch enemy.
And
what he does, he's a parasite and goes around making a living on destroying my reputation. Now, just a minute.
Projection.
These people in this audience do not know me at all, and he does not know me. He has not been in my organization. He's never spoken to me, and I tell you, he's got a problem.
I'll tell you what the problem is. Off of a building to know that it's going to be destructive.
I'll tell you what the problem is.
I don't need to be in all the different destructive cults.
But you don't know me.
I have counseled
Mr. Masters, there are people who, maybe he doesn't know you.
He doesn't know what I do either.
But
yes, I do.
He represents people who are afraid of what you represent.
Yes, but that's only a perception created by people like him.
I have studied.
They're afraid of what they don't understand.
What you're doing is you're hypnotizing people to be dependent upon you and saying, "Oh, it's just meditation." The reality is